Mr. Kwesi Johnson, you grew up in Brixton, which makes you partly European.
Yes.
And under rather harsh circumstances and conditions. And this accounts for your poetry, mostly. You're accredited with bridging reggae and punk in many ways. And after your first album, under the pseudonym of The Poet and His Roots, Dread-Beaten Blood, you've caused, in a way, riots, so they say in London.
There's a lot of nonsense. A lot of nonsense. I can't tell people to go and riot and they go and riot. Oh my God. People riot as a last resort. They riot when all the pleading and all the asking, please, could you stop oppressing us? When they finish, when they have no alternative and they have no institutional channels to go through to solve their problems, when their backs are against the wall, then people riot, not because of me.
Yeah, but nevertheless, you're more of a poet with a very critical view of social life.
My poetry reflects, I think, I hope, what people think, what people in the black community think, their views, their attitudes, their sentiments. And if I'm talking about, like in a poem, all we're doing is defending that we're going to fight the police and all that, that's not me saying go and fight the police. That's what the youths, the black youths on the streets of London were saying in 1973, 74.
And 79 and 80 and 81 in Brixton.
And 85 in Tottenham.
Then got together with Mr. Bovell here, who's, many say that the heart of contemporary reggae music. Of course, master of dub, they call you.
Yeah.
Then that fusion together has created what we've heard or what we'll hear tonight. And let's elaborate on that a bit. The music aspect of it and the poetry of Mr. Johnson.
Well, what can I say? Some time ago, Linton invited me to be a part of the musical backing to his poetry, and I accepted, and I'm very glad that I did, because it was a chance to, you know, experiment with different forms and styles of music with Linton's poetry.
Well, how I met Dennis, I was a freelance journalist. I was working for the BBC, for the Caribbean, service. And I went to interview he had a band called Matumbi, and I went to interview him, you know. And yeah, I went to interview the band, and I met him, you know, and I said to him, I said, Dennis, I write some poetry, you know, and people tell me it's very musical, and one day I hope to make a record, and I would like you to be my producer. And he said, yeah, well, when you're ready, just contact me, man. And I did that. I contacted him, and we made the record, and we've been working together ever since, and more important than that, we've become great friends.
Does reggae music contain what we would call, let's say, the social beat, something that awakens people, Mr. Bovell?
Well, it can do, yeah. The kind I prefer does.
What about dub, the master of dub? What's dub in the language of reggae music?
Well, dub is when you have the full rhythm and you strip it down, you take pieces off, you know, and you send them off at different tangents, right? Like, so you have your backbone, which is the drums and the bass, and around that now you have the keyboards, guitars, horns, strings, whatever the overlays are, and you strip them off one at a time or all together at the same time, you know, and any way you choose is dub.
Then we have a combination of poetry and the painting of music, subtraction, if I may say that. Well, welcome to Greece again. I'd like to welcome you. And Mr. Johnson, you might have a few more things to say.
I want people to understand in Greece that Rastafari is an important aspect of reggae, but it's not all of reggae. Rasta represents our attempt to reassert our African heritage, our African culture, our African history. It was a cultural movement to counteract the brainwashing of colonialism. But reggae is bigger than Rasta. Reggae has love songs, it has protest songs, it has it's just like any other form of popular music. And reggae used to be, maybe it's not known here in Greece a lot, but reggae used to be Jamaican music. It's no longer Jamaican music. It's an international pop form like rock, like soul, like jazz or funk.
That was born in Jamaica.
In the Caribbean basin.
It was
maybe.
Born in the Caribbean, but it's gone international now.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
International artists.
Thank you.
Thank you.